The rain tapped gently against the window as Emma sat alone in her small room. A notebook lay open in front of her, but every page was blank. She held a pen in her hand, yet no words came out. It had been 3 weeks since the day everything changed. She still remembered the harsh words, the broken promises, and the silence that followed. Every morning she forced herself to smile, but every night she cried alone. Emma believed that if she stayed quiet, the pain would disappear. But instead, it became heavier with each passing day. One evening, while searching through an old drawer, she found a faded photograph. It showed her and her best friend, Sarah, laughing together during their school days. Emma whispered, "When did I stop smiling like this?" She looked at her phone. Sarah had called many times, but Emma never answered. She was afraid that if she spoke, she would break down. After staring at the phone for several minutes, she finally pressed the call button. "Hello?" Sarah answered. For a moment, Emma couldn't speak. "Emma, are you there?" Tears filled Emma's eyes. I'm not okay," she said softly. Sarah remained silent for a second and then replied, "Thank you for telling me. I'm coming to see you." Within 30 minutes, Sarah knocked on the door. The two friends hugged each other tightly. Emma cried without saying a word. Sarah didn't ask questions. She simply stayed beside her. That night, Emma shared everything she had kept hidden: the fear, the sadness, the loneliness, and the guilt she had carried for so long. When she finished, she looked down and said, "I'm sorry for being so weak." Sarah gently shook her head. "No, Emma, asking for help is not weakness. Keeping all the pain inside is much harder." Those words stayed in Emma's heart. The next day, Sarah encouraged Emma to visit her old English teacher, Mr. Thomas, who had always believed in her. When Emma entered his office, she felt nervous. Mr. Thomas smiled warmly. "It's good to see you again, Emma." She handed him her notebook. "I tried to write," she said, "but I couldn't." Mr. Thomas opened the notebook. Every page was empty except the first one. On that page, Emma had written only 5 words. "I don't want to hide." Mr. Thomas looked at her and smiled. "Do you know why this page is special?" Emma shook her head. "Because today you wrote the truth. And the truth is always the first step toward healing." For the first time in many weeks, Emma smiled. She began writing every day, not because she wanted to become a writer, but because writing helped her understand her own heart. She also started spending time with her family again. They cooked dinner together, laughed at old memories, and slowly rebuilt the happiness that had been missing. Weeks turned into months. One afternoon, Emma returned to the same park where she had once sat alone, believing no one cared about her. This time, everything felt different. Children were playing nearby. Birds sang in the trees.